Hey fam, so I've been seeing videos and people's comments on women in diaspora, like you shouldn't bring your wife to Europe, you shouldn't bring your wife to America. If you marry a wife from Nigeria, you should leave your wife there because there's actually something that happens to them when they come to join you. Yeah. And I even see people making comments on a particular tribe, like they say that this particular tribe women are the worst when it comes to that. That when you bring these women to diaspora, the country that you are, a woman that you married with your money, you bring the woman from your place to join you in this country that you are, then at the slightest mistake or slightest provocation, this woman will call the police. Anyway, I have an update on this and I want you to watch this video to the end. I have an update. I have been seeing videos and somebody sent me a message some time ago. And one thing with me is that I don't like to jump into conclusion or to actually put my mouth on a trending topics. I like to get my insight. I like to ask a lot of questions and get more insight on what is actually going on. And at least if there is a remedy for this, and there is a remedy, I need you to watch this video to the end. So somebody sent me a message some time ago. This is what the guy said here. He said, "Hi, you are doing a great job to enlighten some of our people. Keep it up. I have enjoyed most of your posts. Some are really good. However, you can't blame some of our men for preferring to marry out of our SYZ tribe, as our ladies are currently proving to be not fit for peoples as wives. However, you could make a post on why some of the people now prefer to marry outside our tribe. Currently, I can't date an XYZ girl. I had married one before, partly on the instruction of my dad, which is one of the mistakes. You don't marry because of the instruction of your parents. Your likes and the likes of your parents are not the same. Do you understand me? Yeah, your people, your parents can actually give you an idea. They can actually give you suggestion, but you cannot just go and marry a girl because your father said this girl is the girl you marry. He doesn't know your preference. The thing that your father likes and the thing that you like are not the same. You understand? So it's one big, gigantic mistake for you to marry because your parents say so. Anyway, going forward, he now said, I was not born or brought up in Nigeria, but I had to marry an SYZ girl because I loved my tribe. I had to end a relationship with my German sweetheart just because my father wanted his Opara to marry an SYZ girl, but it was a disaster. Her behavior and that of her family was shameful in all dimension. It was all about money. She's from SYZ and we had two beautiful kids, but I had to leave the marriage and file for divorce. Our people had problem, I mean serious problems, with organized religion of Christ insanity. Most SYZ people don't reason properly anymore, and the tribe will be destroyed in due course due to intermarriages with people of other tribe. But you can't blame people like me because most of our ladies don't really understand the meaning of marriage and what is family. Many of them are hallucinating and think that marriage is a scam, chinery, mostly for their individual benefits and that of their family. I brought this lady from Nigeria and sent her to school in this country, King's College, and she became a senior staff nurse in the best hospital in London. But I had to leave the marriage as a reasonable man without any noise, abandoning my children and everything, as my individual survival was at stake, since at that time I was a university lecturer and a politician. This lady called police for me 5 times, and I was advised by the policeman to leave her because he feels the lady wants to destroy my career. Okay, anyway, a lot of things was said here. Now, this video is not just for our men, it's also for our women because there is good and evil in us all, in both gender, in every tribe, in every race. There is good and evil. I have heard a lot of stories of men, so many of them that are my friends. They are having issues with their wives, and some of them have been thrown out of the house. I have also heard stories from women. Yeah, there's this lady also in the US. She brought her man, Osi, obodo Igbo, kpọbata nwoke. Nani anọ. At the end of the day, she opened a joint account for the two of them without knowing that this guy actually has a woman outside at a different state, that him and this lady has been in communication for a very long time. And before you know it, after some months, I think it was after 7 months or 8 months, this lady came back from work and everything that she owned is gone. All the money in her account gone. This guy cleared the account, picked some of her belongings, and ran away. Went and met this other lady. You understand? So there is evil in us all. This thing happens to both gender. Now, this is the remedy. I was talking with a lawyer friend of mine because I've been hearing this for a very long time. And the other day, I have to speak with a lawyer friend of mine in the UK. He married to an European woman. You understand? An European woman with their color and everything. And during the course of divorce, because he's a lawyer, he knows law. He knows the in and out of these people. He's able to claim his children. He's a man. He's living in his house today. The house that he bought with his money, he's living in that house today with his children. Actually, why no. Do you understand? So it's one thing to know the law, and it's another thing to implement the law. Now, when I was talking with him about this thing that is happening to Amen, there is something that he said that is very important. I need you to watch Auntie very well and pay attention. For some of you that said, I'm in love with her, it's because of love. Is this one? Is this one? Let me tell you what marriage is. Yeah. What is marriage? They say the legally or formally, pay attention, legally or formally recognized union of two people as partners, union between a man and a woman. This is like a contract, partnership. Personally, for me, I cannot go into a partnership business with my siblings, with my children without drafting a contract. You understand? Without terms and condition. Do you understand me? I cannot, like I set up a business now. I have to go into this business with my siblings who I trust so much without a lawyer drafting a policy, terms and conditions. And everybody must adhere to this policy, must adhere to this agreement, these terms and conditions. Do you understand me? For some of you that said, because I was in love with her, or because I was in love with him, he was love, he was love. Let me tell you, love is nothing but a mere feelings. The heart that is capable of love is also capable of HATE. Do you understand me? By the time that love turn into HATE, you will be like, the heart that is capable of love is capable of HATE. It is important for you to guide yourself. If this thing that I'm doing with this man, if this thing that I'm doing with this woman, if it turned the other way around, you guard yourself. Now, what is the solution? This friend of mine that is a lawyer, he said something. He said that he has a friend that has been in the UK for a very long time. And when he wanted to marry his wife, he told him that if you go to Nigeria, after your traditional marriage, do not do any other thing with this woman. You see this on a church wedding and this on a court wedding, yeah? For this party, it's not just the man, because there are women that have more than the man. There are women that have more means than the man. But in most cases, it's the man that have more than the woman. In most cases, it's the man that has so much and is bringing a woman that has nothing to come and partner with him. So whether you're a man or you're a woman, if you finish your traditional wedding, leave it at that. Don't go any further. You see this thing that you people go to church or in the court and say, for better for us, till death will do your part. You are signing your life out to another person. That is just what you're telling them. You are signing your life, your property, the thing that you have worked your butt off for years, off to another person. Your traditional marriage is recognized by your ancestors. That is the marriage that is recognized by your ancestors, your soil, your kindred, your friends, your family. Any other thing extra that you're doing, you're in a if you are in diaspora, if you are in Europe, if you are in any of this country, and you have property, there is no an act to read mind or to understand the nature of person from their facial expression or from what they feel at that particular time. Human being changes. I can change. It's all about action and reaction. Aki Wetemo will make me to change tomorrow. If we start in lovey-dovey and we are like kissing, if you bring another hand tomorrow, I will change. There are people, agents that are set up there that will be telling your wife that this man had a metia. Or he brought you to UK and you're already pregnant. What is he sending to your people? The other day, I was speaking with the other of my friend in England. His friend came here and got married, brought the wife to England. It wasn't even up to 4 months. This woman, what is the problem? Her problem is that the man is not sending money to her people. First of all, baby girls, your husband do not owe your people nothing. Your husband, and I don't know what is wrong with, I don't know the kind of family that you people come from. That thing that your father did not do and your mother did not do, they should stop expecting you to do them. If your father needs a house, build that house before you enter into marriage. If your father needs car, that thing that your family are lacking, do it before you enter into marriage. Because if you're entering into marriage, you are going to partner with another person to build your own home, not your father's home. That thing that you could not achieve when you're single, leave it at that. Your parents, your father, your mother did not send you to Europe. Your mama, your papa not send you to Europe. It's a man that brought you there. Leave it at that. If you want to work extra, you want to work, discuss it with your man. Your husband do not owe your people anything. I don't understand what is wrong with these people. You are having quarrel with your husband, a man that came and fulfilled everything that he needs to fulfill, paid all the rights, carried you to Europe. Now you are quarreling. that this man is not sending money to your people. What is wrong with our people? That thing that you want to do with for your family, my dear baby girl, relax. You go and work and do that thing for your family. The man owe you nothing. For the women, yeah, they are gingering you. Yeah, you have these divorce lawyers and they are gingering you. You have all these all these auntie that are gingering you to throw your man out of the house. Let me tell you something. These people that are gingering, they don't love you more than they love your husband. They do not love you more than the same thing that is done to your husband. They just want to excuse that crown that is over your head. Do you understand? We are not the only races outside there. You are seeing the Chinese and you are seeing the Indians outside there. That thing that they are pushing you to do, they just want to push the crown, the man, your shelter, your roof. They will still do it to you. They will still do it to that your children. Do you understand? You have children. They don't love you more than they love your husband. Anyway, to go forward, my dear men, if you are bringing your wife to Europe, the first marriage, which is your traditional marriage, is enough. What do? You can send her an invitation. She's coming on a fiancé invitation. But one thing with the invitation is that her visa is between 3 months to 6 months. After then, the visa may expire. And if the visa expires before you people get married, she will still coming back to the country. Now, the best way to do it is this. After you have married her traditionally, the one that is recognized by your ancestors, it's nearly on students. Now, equally is between £3,000 to $4,000. It's nearly when she come. If you try and you fail, continue trying until you get it. If she come on Igwa, which is like 2 years or 3 years visa, within these 3 years or 2 years, it'll be IMA. By the time she give birth, that child is automatically a citizen of that country. Then she can now use that her child to go and file for permanent residence. And you people will continue from there. With this, you are guaranteed. Even if she know will you see that that is you, RAPE. All your properties delege. Now, this guy that I was talking about, this guy brought the wife. You understand? Just the woman after 5 years, will misbehave. And she went ahead, use a divorce lawyer. And what did the lawyer tell her? The lawyer told her that, you see, you are not married yet. You see that house that you're living, you're a tenant in that house because we recognize our traditional marriage, but they do not recognize it. Do you understand? So that woman that you're living with, she's a tenant to your house. You can continue to, all your responsibility as a man, you can do it to your wife and to your children. By the time you come back here, you are married. We all know that you are married. To them, you are not. Concern you. You people need to learn to live outside of our continent as expatriates. They live as expatriates. You understand? Is this mindset that all of us we need to have. You need to start living that place as an expatriate. Relax, yeah. Relax, yeah. You now give the woman all the benefit, knowing that name Malundi Garcia or Trogan now motor na street. And you will come online and start disturbing us. You are the one that did yourself. Do you understand me? Now you do yourself. Yes, it is very important for you to bring your woman in Europe. It is very important because a man needs on what status are you bringing her? That is where the issue lies. If you are bringing her as your legally married wife, anything that happens, now you cause her. Do you understand? Bring her as your traditionally married wife. Bring her on the status of a student. Yes, you people will live together. They will give her permanent residence. Immediately you'll drop long one. Do you understand? Now, be a student, all that's your responsibility as a man. But you are safe. Like I said, anybody can change tomorrow. Anybody can change tomorrow. Conditions changes people. Environment changes people. All of us, we have that selfishness. We have that greed. We have evil. The only way is that the system or the structure can actually tame it. You have to structure yourself. You have to guide yourself. In case now, I talked about prenup, with the other of my friend. I said, why is it that you people are not doing prenup? And he said, you cannot do prenup with a partner that has nothing. Now, as that your partner is with you in that country, By the time she start acquiring wealth, or he start acquiring wealth, by the time you people are maybe oh my god something, at that point you guys can go ahead and get married legally. Do you understand me? But you have to draft a prenuptial agreement that in case of divorce, nobody will collect any of your thing. But that is by the time that you people have gotten to some level. She has her own properties, she have her own assets, and you have your own. You can actually take her to the court or to the church, anyhow you want to do it, and you people can get married. But before then, you have already drafted your prenuptial agreement. That is the update. If you like, you take it. If you like, be blinded by love. I love her. She loves me. No, I know her. She cannot change. You're just fooling yourself. Anybody can change.